Welcome to online classes day 23rd. Let us recapitulate the earlier concepts related to human respiratory system. In last session, we learned about transport of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a respiratory gas. In what way the carbon dioxide to be transported, that thing we completed in the lesson. In the part of that, we finished Hamburger's phenomena. So the mechanism of carbon dioxide transport through erythrocytes mediated by Hamburger's mechanism. So we finished that Hamburger's phenomena, and besides that we also learned about Haldane effect. So it is a converse effect to Bohr effect. Oxygen from the lungs accepted by the hemoglobin and carbon dioxide from RBC and hemoglobin delivered into the alveolar space. That is Haldane effect, complete converse phenomena against complete converse phenomena to Bohr effect. Followed? So let us see. Today we are going to discuss about regulation of respiration. What is regulation of respiration? The respiration is one of the physiological process. Such physiological process moderated time to time according to condition of the individual, according to status of the individual, according to situation of the individual. Sometimes the individual is resting in condition. At that time, the utilization of oxygen is less. Sometimes the individual shows strenuous work, strenuous muscle contraction, so more metabolic rate. At that time, require more oxygen. So, according to demand of oxygen, the supply of oxygen by respiratory system to be required. That is possible by increasing, decreasing ventilation movement, respiratory movement. So, the increasing ventilation phenomena, decreasing ventilation phenomena fulfills the supply of oxygen as per demand. Followed. So, such ability, the human beings have significant ability to moderate our respiratory movements. The respiratory movements are responsible for ventilation. Followed. What are involved in respiratory movements? The intercostal muscles involved, diaphragm muscles involved, and accessory muscles also there. Abdominal muscles are there. They involve in forcible inspiration, isn't it? So, students, the human beings have significant ability to moderate a respiratory movement. Hello, right? Next, how it is possible? It is achieved by neural regulation, and second one, chemical regulation. So remember, students, two systems, one is neural system and another one chemical regulation. So the neural regulation and chemical regulation regulates our respiration phenomena. So let us see the normal condition, the breathing rate. Let us see. Already we discussed in earlier classes the normal breathing in human being as follows. In case of infants, it is about 40 to 44 times. So in infants, the newly born children, the metabolic rate is high. That's why they require more oxygen. Hence, in them, the respiratory rate is high, the ventilation rate is high, breathing rate is high. In infants, it is about 40 to 44 times. Followed, students? Right. In case of adults, if we observe adults, in adults, it is about 14 to 16 times. In some books, 12 to 16 times per minute. So, these are calculated per minute. Remember, so in infants, 40 to 44 times per minute. In adults, 14 to 16 times per minute. So this is normal breathing rate. But when our metabolic rate is high, during that time it to be increased. When we are doing vigorous work at that time, when we are doing vigorous exercise at that time, automatically the breathing rate to be increases. Followed, the same number never repeated, that to be increased, right? That is mediated by regulation. So the neural network that regulates respiration called respiratory center. Now we are going to discuss neural regulation. The first one is neural regulation. The neural network that regulates respiration called respiratory center. So group of neurons joined with each other and connected with the parts concerned to respiratory system and form a neural network. That neural network ultimately connected with our central neural system. What are the parts of central neural system? Brain and spinal cord. So such neural network that regulates respiration termed as what? Respiratory center. Right? Based on their location in the brain, the respiratory center differentiated as two kinds, categorized two kinds. The respiratory center again differentiated as two kinds. Now let us see the types of respiratory center that's seated in our brain. The first respiratory center, medullary respiratory center. The first one, very very important. Ask in entrance examination. Medullary respiratory center. It is first center, and second one, Pons respiratory center. According to location, students remember medulla oblongata is one of the part in our brain. Pons, one of the part in our brain. So the respiratory centers are two kinds. The first one is medullary respiratory center, and second one Pons respiratory center. You observe this is brain. So you have to focus the location of medullary respiratory center. You observe pink color dot, that is medulla oblongata. Followed. So you observe this is medulla oblongata. You have to focus on pink color spot, that is medullary respiratory center. Followed. Right. Next, second variant, Pons respiratory center. Right. You observe blue color dot, are marked with blue color dot. That region is Pons Veroli. So seated at Pons Veroli, this is Pons respiratory center. Followed, students. So two centers, medullary respiratory center, another one Pons respiratory center. Medullary respiratory center concerned to medulla oblongata, and Pons respiratory center concerned to Pons Veroli. Right. Right. Next. First part, the medullary respirator. The medullary respiratory center plays major role, key role in regulation of respiration. Hence, the medullary respiratory center termed as respiratory rhythm center. Very, very important. It plays key role in the regulation of respiration. That's why the medullary respiratory center called respiratory rhythm center. Right. It is a primary responsible site for regulation of respiratory rhythm. So among neural network, whatever present in the brain, So the medullary respiratory center plays key role, and it is a primary responsible center for regulation of respiratory rhythm. Remember students, very very important, the medullary respiratory center is respiratory rhythm center. The second variant, once again, the medullary respiratory center contain two neural grooves. Remember the structure of the medullary respiratory center. Let us see. The medullary respiratory center contain two neural groups. They are dorsal respiratory group, dorsal respiratory groups. The abbreviated form is DRG, dorsal respiratory group. And second one is VRG, ventral respiratory group. So the medullary respiratory center contain again two neural structures. They are dorsal respiratory group and ventral respiratory group, DRG and VRG. Let us see, focus on medulla oblongata, and this is a detailed section, longitudinal section of medulla oblongata. In this section you have to focus the first DRG, dorsal respiratory group. So pink color dot are marked region, this is dorsal respiratory group that's seated at a dorsal side of medulla oblongata. That's why it named as dorsal respiratory group. Dorsal side, it located dorsal side, hence it is called as dorsal respiratory group. Followed. Right, next, ventral respiratory group, VRG. You observe green color dot, you have to observe this one, green color dot, VRG, located at lateroventral side of the medulla oblongata. It is ventral respiratory group. These are the locations of the two neural structure that consent to medullary respiratory center. One is DRG, another one VRG. Remember, asked in entrance examination, dorsal respiratory group consent to medullary respiratory center, ventral respiratory center consent to medullary respiratory center. Right? Next, the dorsal respiratory group regulates what thing? Let us see. The dorsal respiratory group mainly regulates inspiration phenomena. So, in breathing, in ventilation, two phases are there. One is inspiration, another one is expiration. Inspiration is inhalation, taking atmospheric air into our lungs. That is inspiration. Expiration is exhalation, expel carbon dioxide contained air, fall air from alveoli of lungs to out. That is called what? Expiration. So the dorsal respiratory group, the DRG, mainly regulates what thing? Inspiration. Followed. In the same manner, you observe the ventral respiratory group regulates either inspiration or expiration. It may regulate inspiration or expiration according to situation of the individual. Followed, students? Right. Next, the pons respiratory center, also called two parts. So the neural network contains two parts. One is medullary center, we learned, and the second part is what? Pons respiratory center. The pons respiratory center contains two parts. They are namely pneumotaxic center and second one Aneustic center. Follow? Pneumotoxic center and Pneustic center. These two are uh, Alman pons respiratory center structures. You observe the pons varoli. You have to focus pons varoli, this one, and the structures location you have to find out. The pneumotoxic center, the first one, green color dot, you observe this one, that is pneumotoxic center, and beneath it aneustic center is present, pink color dot, you verify. This is a pneumatic center. Alright? So these two are structures related to Pons respiratory center. One is pneumotaxic center, another one pneumatic center. Alright? Right. Regulation of Pons respiratory center. Let us. The pneumotaxic center regulates what? So it reduces duration of inspiration, and you observe it shows negative impact. Mainly, it minimizes the ventilation. So next, the acoustic center regulation. So its function not yet found, but the scientists are believed that hypothetical belief is there. It is believed that to be controlled depth of inspiration. Followed? So the acoustic center believed that to be controlled depth of inspiration. Right? Chemical regulation. The second phenomena is chemical regulation. The chemical regulation mainly include the chemosensitive area and chemoreceptors. The chemosensitive area located near to the respiratory rhythm center. Respiratory rhythm center is nothing but dorsal respiratory group and ventral respiratory group togetherly considered as respiratory rhythm center. That is nothing but medullary center. So the chemosensitive area situated near the medullary respiratory center in the medulla oblongata, and that also associated with chemoreceptors that are located in the wall of aortic arc of circulatory system and carotid artery of our circulatory system. So the chemoreceptors, they perceive signals, chemoreceptors. Such signals are transmitted to chemosensitive area, and then such signals are transmitted to respiratory rhythm center. So in that way, the chemical regulation to be mediated. So these chemoreceptors, whatever associated with chemosensitive area, these chemoreceptors capable to sensitize the concentration of hydrogen plus ions and partial pressure gradient of carbon dioxide. Students, you remember the oxygen never plays any role to alter the regulation of respiration. The tension of carbon dioxide and concentration of hydrogen plus ions, pH level, playing key role in chemical regulation, not oxygen. That is important. Ask in entrance examination, students. Right? It is sensitive to hydrogen plus ions and carbon dioxide. Oxygen never identified. Oxygen level never identified by the chemoreceptors. Remember. Right. Next, it can send signals to respiratory center, rhythm center. Already I discussed. So first, whatever chemoreceptors seated in the wall of aortic arc. Aortic arc is a major aorta that arise from the heart, from what chamber? Left ventricle. So on the wall of the aorta, chemoreceptors are present. In the same manner, one of the branch of systemic aorta, carotid artery. In the wall of carotid artery also chemoreceptors present. Carotid artery supplies blood to our brain. So these two chemoreceptors recognizes the levels of hydrogen plus ions and CO2, and they send signals to chemosensitive area. Then chemosensitive area sends signal to respiratory rhythm center, and then respiratory rhythm center alters the moderate the rate of respiration. Now let us see the mechanism of respiratory regulation through neural network. Let us see. So first, the signals from pneumotoxic center regulates what thing gets. Already we discussed the pneumotoxic center shows negative effect, not positive effect. It shows negative effect it minimizes the ventilation followed. So the signals from the pneumotoxic center, you observe this is pneumotoxic center present at Pons Veroli, and now the signals from pneumotoxic center first reaches DRG. You observe the movement of the dot. So reaches DRG followed. So it reached DRG of medullary respiratory center. Then these signals from DRG extended. You have to observe the dot movement extended from DRG to through neural network. It passes to the organs that associated with the respiratory system. They are intercostal muscles and as well as diaphragm muscles that are responsible for respiratory movement. So it shows what negative movement. So it uh, reduces the reduces the breathing rate. Follow. So that is the regulation of pneumotoxic center. Let us see one more respiratory center, right? DRG. The signals extended from DRG increases respiratory rate. It is medullary center, primary center, responsible for regulation. Every signal reaches to medullary respiratory center. So now it includes two parts, DRG and VRG. So whatever signals received by the DRG, the signals extended from DRG increases respiratory rate. You observe the movement, the dots, and reaches the respiratory structures, intercostal muscles and diaphragm muscles, and showing what positive effect increases the breathing rate. Alright. Let us see one more group, that is VRG, ventral respiratory group. So suppose the signals extended from VRG, the signals extended from VRG promotes forcible inspiration. What are responsible for forcible inspiration? Abdominal muscles are responsible. So the signals extended to abdominal muscles and internal intercostal muscles, thereby it alters forcible inspiration. In that way the ventilation rate to be increases. For understand, so with this we completed the mechanism of respiration regulation. So that is mediated by Pons center and medullary center. In the Pons center, pneumotoxic center shows a negative impact, and in medullary center, DRG, it shows what positive effect, increase the breathing rate, and next VRG promotes the forcible inspiration. With this we completed a regulation of respiration asked in entrance examination based on their property of regulation. You have to very clearly, right? Next we will discuss functions of respiration. Right, functions of respiration. What is the what are the functions of respiration? The respiration yields energy. So energy production, mainly it is meant for energy production. So energy required for all activities, all vital activities. So such energy yield by what? Respiration phenomena. So it mainly produce what? Energy, and eliminates carbon dioxide by the metabolic activities. The foul air, carbon dioxide to be produced, so that carbon dioxide to be eliminates carbon dioxide, and regulates hydrogen plus ions. So in our body fluids, the maintenance of pH level essentially required. In our cytoplasm also, in our protoplasm also, the maintenance of hydrogen plus ions also essentially required. If are there any disturbance in this equilibrium, are there any disturbance in pH level, what happens? The enzyme failure to function. Some of enzymes are functions at lower pH, some of the enzymes are functions at higher pH. Suppose the pH levels disturbed, what happens? The so different kinds of metabolic activities to be impaired, and that causes physiological disorder. So the regulation of pH also one of the important process in our body. So the respiratory system, the respiration process regulates our pH values. Why? Because by increasing the carbon dioxide, HCO3 minus ions are increased more, decreases pH level, acidic state to be produced, such HCO3 ions to be eliminated by transport of carbon dioxide. In that way, it regulates the pH and regulates body temperature. So, by cellular respiration, temperature also produced. We require uh, some constant internal body temperature that is necessary for performing various metabolic activities, isn't it? So that's why. So the regulation of body temperature also one of the phenomena in our body. So it is possible by respiration. Followed. So with this we finished the functions of respiration. What are they? Energy production and eliminates carbon dioxide and regulates pH level and regulates body temperature. Followed, students. Right. Next. With this, we completed all the concepts related to respiration in our curriculum, respiratory system, human respiratory system, whatever present in our curriculum. And next, in next session, we are going to discuss about circulatory mechanisms of animals. Followed? Right. So, thank you.